These poor dahlias, they've been frozen. I love dahlias. I've gotten so addicted to these in the last 2 years. These are not perennials, as you can see. We've had a couple frosts here. Typically, if you want to save your dahlias, you want to wait until the frost hits, because what's going to happen is it shoots down the energy into the tubes. You guys saw my early planting dahlia video, so some of these I planted in my spring sowing video, so it is now November. I don't remember what half of these were. I know there's a dinner plate dahlia here, but it's very easy to see what is a dahlia and what is not. And I'm gonna go through probably like 6 or 7 dahlias, and I'm gonna pull up the tubers. And my plan is to store them in my basement over winter, and then I'm gonna come back out in spring and shoot a video about putting them back into the ground. Let's go. Okay, so I've got this one here. I think this is a dinner plate dahlia, and I've got a little bit of a stake, so I'm gonna pull out the stake. So the key to these, what I'm understanding, and why I'm using a pitchfork, is I just don't want to pierce the tubers at all. These are a lot harder to pull up than I thought. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. So there's the tuber. I don't think I pierced them. That's nice. I am gonna just chop and drop this. Those are some big tubers. I'm basically gonna put each one on its own paper bag, just so that I remind myself what's what. So we're gonna get that, oh no, that's a whole new flower. So we're gonna trim this. I'm just gonna set these aside because my plan is I'm gonna dry these tubers up. I gotta let them dry before I put them in the paper bag because we don't want them to rot. This is a completely different dahlia, and this is a completely different dahlia, and this is a completely different dahlia. I can see why the pitchfork matters, because once I kind of got around it, it's pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good. Thanks. And oh, there you go. So yeah, this is kind of what I was expecting, some smaller tubers. My understanding is the tubers on dahlias are edible as well. So they're kind of like potatoes. So I'll snip this guy here, and then we're gonna let this one dry out. The nice thing is look for the dead flower and find a dead flower, and there are tubers under that. All right, so there's 2 here. Because I plant perennials with my annuals, you just want to be really careful about what you're hurting, right? So this is a chrysanthemum that I really love. It's an orange chrysanthemum. It's so cool. And what's also interesting is this dahlia is the root, the stem is going to like the left here. So I'm just gonna make sure I don't hurt the tubers too much either. So I tend to go like, I'm kind of going like 4 inches off about. I'm poking in just so I don't poke them. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's good. That's good. Ooh, look at that. Tubers, tubalicious. Let's get these tubers. Ooh, nice. Got some worm action on there too. Not too hard. I thought it would be harder than this, to be honest with you. This one was pretty nice. So let's get this one out of here. Oh. Those are like kind of little. And we'll clean these off a little bit more. Not too bad. Nice. Look at that. Tubulicious. Okay. 6 dahlias so far. The funny thing is if you would have told me 10 years ago that I would be saving flowers, I'd have been like, you're out of your mind, people. But you know what? Flowers are awesome. Flowers are incredible. Flowers just make life better in so many ways that we don't even think about. And honestly, and dahlias aren't the best pollinator flower, but really, the hero's credit that flowers really deserve is the pollination piece. And the other nice thing about digging these up is that I'm pulling all these stakes. So that's helpful. A little helpful autumn gardening. The last few dahlias I have here, and they were some really pretty dahlias over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy. This guy looks like he's gonna have some big old tubers, I feel like. Woo! Holy tuber, Batman! Holy crap, look at that guy. Jeez Louise. Oh, that's probably not good that happened. So I'm probably gonna have to cut that away. But look at how massive this guy is. Massive. You know, it's probably not great to be as violent as I am right now with this, but it's fun. We're gonna put those tubers back. Holy moly. That's like comparatively ginormous. Nice. I think this guy's gonna be as big, but, and now if you leave tubers in the ground in this zone, they will freeze, which is why I'm pulling them up. So they will not survive the winter here in Wisconsin. And there you go, I missed that guy right there, but otherwise, pretty nice tuber set. Got a big one right here. And again, you don't want to be pulling too much. I think I just might have pulled too much. Still pretty good though. Okay, I think this one's okay to save. The cool thing is it's pretty easy to see that they're all different flowers. So right now I've got 5, I've got 9, and there's one more over here, and then we're gonna pull a couple over there. I have this really pretty cafe au lait. It's like my favorite flower. It's a cafe au lait dahlia, and those of you that know dahlias, they have like thousands of different varieties. It's incredible. It's one of the most incredible flowers in existence. Oh no, I didn't get anything out of that. So I'm not gonna save that. It's not tuberish, it's not very tuberish. I'm gonna let that one go because I have a lot of other flowers. Finally, I'm gonna pull this cafe au lait over here. It's a smaller flower, but I'm gonna try to save these 2. I got, I think, like 3 or 4 pretty beautiful flowers out of it. There we go. All right. Nice. They're littler, but there's a bunch of them. Ooh, oh, looks like a potato. That's crazy. It's a potato. That is a big old tuber. Nice, that's really nice. That's probably some of my nicest looking ones so far. My plan is I'm going to let these dry for a couple days. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 flowers. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get little plastic bins and I'm gonna go ahead and fill them with a vermiculite. But don't worry, I'm gonna show you, it's gonna be, once I'm done drying, I'll then show you the bins I'm gonna put them in, and then I'm gonna store them in the basement over winter, and then come back around for a spring video where we're gonna put them back in the ground and enjoy flowers in the summer. Like and subscribe to my video. And dahlias, they're so pretty, so pretty.